Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. And in this video, we're gonna keep it chugging along. So, as you guys may know from the previous video, we're still working on this. The fender's still kind of drying up. In this video, we're gonna actually work on the front bumper. We're gonna get the front bumper ready. So I'm not really sure what to expect again because I'm not a body guy. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like pushing it and, you know, making it happen basically, as most of us do. So anyway, so with this bumper, I bought it brand new. Like I said, the old bumper's still there, and I really don't want to deal with fixing it. I'm not really sure how to fix it, so I just went ahead and bought a new one. I went to the junkyard and pretty much costed a little less, probably like 15 bucks. I'm like, I might as well just buy a new one. And here it is. First things first, let's go ahead and unwrap it. And the first thing that I noticed, and everyone notices, is that the corners, the edges of the bumper are actually folded in. So we have to pretty much fold them out. And I see that there's some instructions there. So let's get this open and check it out. First things first, this thing's definitely well wrapped. This has wrapping for days. I wish the damn fender would have came this well wrapped before shipping. Anyway, let's continue unpacking this thing. All right, so this is it here, finally unwrapped. You can see these edges are bent inward, I guess for shipping purposes, obviously. But besides this, looks like everything is good. So basically, what the instructions say is that once I unwrap it, it should kind of want to unfold by itself, which it's been in the car for a few days, so it definitely does not want to do that right now. So what we're gonna do, and it kind of says to either use a hair dryer with something warm, which is why I actually got a heat gun for this purpose here. So basically what I'm gonna do, again, pretty simple. I'm just gonna heat it up and try to bend it out a little bit, of course. I don't want to, I mean, I'm not sure if it does this, but I don't want to snap it or whatever. All right, so this gun's pretty good. The bumper's pretty good too. Anyway, so this is pretty much after 5 minutes of kind of heating it up a little bit with the gun, or heating it up with the gun, then kind of bending it out and, you know, just kind of molding it to where it needs to be. Obviously, there's things to do before we go ahead and paint this white. I pretty much test fitted and whatnot, but I'm gonna go ahead and continue doing this side and definitely that side. Just, you know, just fine tweaking it so we can go ahead and test fit it. Going over it again. This the one with the sharper band actually bent down pretty easily. The other side has a little bit more to do, just because it kind of bent here, so it's a little harder, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Looking good, looking pretty good. All right, so after like 10 minutes of doing this, it's pretty good shape now. Not perfect. Thing to point out, definitely don't want to heat this too much because it'll definitely start melting on you, and you definitely don't want that. So for this part here, I just kind of heat it up with the heat gun and just take some pliers and kind of strain it out like this, holding it in place right there while it cools down a little bit. Then it takes its form. Okay, so this is the first test fit here, and oh man, does it need work. It is definitely kind of like pinched from the bottom kind of up. This top is down. I think I'm just heating it here. We'll definitely want to put the fender first. That way I can definitely get a better understanding of how this needs to be straightened more. Starting to get scratched and stuff, but it is plastic, so this is gonna be a process for sure. All right, so I went ahead and slapped on the fender. It's looking pretty nice. It was kind of a pain to install, to be honest with you, because I guess the way it was shipped, it was kind of bent that way, so I needed to stretch it out or kind of flatten it the other way. It was a pretty big mess here, but it is on. So now that we have the fender on, we can finally actually test fit the bumper here, and it definitely needs some finessing for sure. All right, so this time around we're trying to install the headlights on it so we can have the little metal mustache or eyelets or whatever they're called. My god, this has been a bit of a process, to be honest with you, but we're almost done. We just have to get this bolt in, probably that bolt as well. That side is already done, But once we have this on installed properly, we can go ahead and actually test fit it again, the bumper, so we can actually know where it needs to be, you know, little adjustments to be made or what have you. So we're almost done. We're almost done with this here. This is next day now. So I left the bumper bolted on from this edge, the other edge, and just put the 2 clips in here, just to pretty much have it, I guess, stretched out or what have you. Pretty much to mold the bumper to how it's supposed to be. I figured last night when I was, you know, struggling with it and heating it up and whatnot, it's just not gonna be perfect, because right here you notice that there's a gap here that might be needing more heat, just more finagling and stuff. Same on this side, there's like a gap. I want it to be as, you know, as OEM as possible, but you know, I realize that this is an aftermarket bumper, so I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be how I would like it to be. So I still have to paint it, right? And it's been a process just having it fit as it is right now. I'm gonna have to unbolt it again. And yeah, got this bumper ready to go here. I have to just kind of sand it, scuff it up a little bit so I can lay down some paint. Bumper is scuffed up. I went ahead and cleaned it up with some water, pretty much glossed over it with the towelette that we use for the fender. Obviously not the same one, but one of those, which is like a tack cloth type of thing. Dried it off, and I think it is, I mean, it's gonna be as ready as it's ever gonna be, to be honest with you. Oh man, let's do it. All right, so first pass is done. This is definitely gonna not turn out as good because I went a little too hard on this corner here. It is definitely a little trickier to paint this, just because all the crevices and stuff, like some here kind of missed on the deep ends, especially over here on the top or bottom edge of the top thing here. And we are on our, I don't even know what coat this is, probably 4, 3, 5 maybe. And it is a big piece, so I pretty much just, I finished all the cans. So I used pretty much like 4.5 maybe, and I still need some more. Luckily I was able to find some locally, or else I would have to wait till like the end of the month or something crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick them up. I think they only had like 2 cans in stock, but hey, 2 cans is better than nothing, right? So I'll be right back. Let me go pick it up, and yeah. All right, so I came back from the parts store and bought 2 of these, and I picked up 2 of the clear coat as well, just in case I need some. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need it because, well, we finish all these. I'm pretty sure we're gonna finish, well, that one's done already, and we're probably gonna finish this last one. All right, so that is all she wrote. So I finished all the cans of touch-up paint there, and this is what I got. Not too shabby. There are some runs. You can't really see it though, so that's good. Maybe I laid it on thick enough for not to be too noticeable, especially here in this middle part there. There are some drips there, just because it's so hard to get to this piece on this side, or both sides, to be honest with you. How many cans did we use? These right here. One of them was like halfway empty already from the fender, but 2, 4, 6.5 just for the bumper alone. That's a lot of paint, especially when they're small like this. They're pretty small. They're only 8 ounces. So it's pretty small. So that kind of sucks for sure. So now we wait 10 minutes or so it can kind of dry up, because then we'll have to hit it with clear coat. This is the one I'm using here. I just want the paint not to peel off as easily, which is why I'm using clear coat, or else I wouldn't even bother. Again, it's a daily driver, so it's not gonna be perfect. You know, I'm not expecting perfection, but yeah. So this is now the second coat of clear. I'm noticing that I'm pretty much using 1 can per pass. So I don't know I might be laying it on thick, but then again, it's a front bumper. It's one of the biggest pieces of the car. I'm either giving it pass like this, spraying it this way, up to like probably like here. Same on this side over here. I'm giving it a pass this way as well, up and down. Then from the middle, I'm trying to give it a whole pass, like from this side to this side, or at least from end to end here. Kind of like overspraying, or kind of like going a little bit further, so it can not have like a heavy spot of paint or clear coat. And you know, same for the bottom side here. This middle portion though, it is a little bit tricky, so I kind of have to kind of just like spray it like that, kind of like tss, 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 or just kind of go ham and just kind of like non-stop spray. So it is a little bit tricky, like these crevices in here, and like this one here as well. But overall, I mean, it's coming along. It's not looking too shabby. But this time for sure, I'm gonna let it dry as much as possible, as much as I can, because I don't want the paint to like scratch off or like start chipping off or peeling off, because well, it is fresh paint and clear coat. Definitely not perfect, but for a daily driver, I'm happy with it so far. All right, so we are here, and just hit it with another can of clear coat, and it's looking wet. Jesus, it's looking wet. So it's just now letting this dry here. But one thing I wanted to share or let you guys know, just you know, PSA, definite piece of advice. If you guys do use these spray cans, or I think maybe any spray can or paint spray from a can or whatever, if one of the cans has a good tip to spray with, make sure you don't throw that can away, at least until you're finished, because all of these, all the tips for the sprayer, which is like the tip here, this here, they were all leaking bad. Luckily one of them was good, so I just pretty much had to replace this on everyone, the same one. So this, I think this was from the first can. I think I have one left, so hopefully this tip is good. The tips are a complete hit or miss. Same goes for the paint itself as well. Make sure if you do find a good tip on one of these cans, make sure to just go ahead and use it for all of them. You can easily replace the tip with which one's leaking. It'll just make life so much easier. That is all she wrote. I just finished the last can of clear coat, and it is shiny, at least for now. It looks good. It looks good. I mean, all things considered. Not much else to do now but to pretty much wait. I'm gonna wait a few hours so I can dry as much as I can let it dry before we go ahead and even try to install it on the car. So we're still waiting, or not waiting. I'm pretty sure the bumper's already dried, but I had forgotten to install the actual lights on the headlights, and good thing I remembered, because they're a little bit of a pain. But anyway, I noticed that the turn signal, the socket was actually broken on this side. So I had to go to different parts stores until I found it. I went ahead and bought both of them because the other one was also broken for some reason. That was weird, but anyway. So I went ahead and replaced them now. I want to make sure the lights work first, to be honest with you. Because if I put on the bumper and the lights don't work, then I'm probably going to have a hard time reaching for the lights afterwards. After that, I don't see why I shouldn't be able to put the bumper on already. It's time. I'm stoked. This is it right here. Oh my god, it just pops. I mean, you know, it's definitely not up close and personal. As you can see, there is some texture to it. I guess we needed some polish or something. The fitment is kind of odd. Again, it's not OEM, so I'm not expecting a perfect fit. But I found the old fender, it had some type of clip or something that allows the bumper to pretty much sit on that like a little plastic plate or something, in order for it to kind of not have the gap that it had previously. But now, because of that, it's kind of like I don't even know how to explain it. Like now the line doesn't match. So it's odd, because if I put it this way, then on the other side, I don't think it's enough to actually run the bolt through, and you know, there's a bigger gap now on this side. I might just take the other thing off, honestly, just to make it, although the gap is going to come back on this side, but it might be the best thing to do. At this point, I just want to be finished already, to be honest with you. So I bolted the corners all here. As you can see, I was able to kind of make it work. I mean, definitely the body line is not perfect, but at this point I'll take what I can get. So once I bolted this somehow pretty good on there, well, actually it's still kind of loose. Actually, I left it a little loose. I can kind of get the bolt in this side, so this side is kind of good, a little bit better, obviously, because it doesn't have the other plastic bracket on this side. It does have a gap. I'll take what I can get. So now I just have to tighten up the other bolt on that side, and I already tightened this up. I mean, besides that, that one lines up. That one kind of lines up. These things, man, these things. Finally, I think, finally finished putting the car back together. Let me show you guys. There you go. I mean, it's almost back together. The body panels are on, okay? So yeah, this is it right here. All dandy. The only thing is, unfortunately, battery's dead, so I can't turn the car to test the lights. Hopefully they work. Tomorrow morning I'll be buying another battery. We're finally done. I'm definitely glad that I'm finished, because it was definitely, it's not hard. It's just time consuming, and honestly, I don't have the patience required for body work. So respect for the body guys out there and ladies that do body work, because man, that's some patience right there. And I thought I had patience, but yeah, this is. With that being said, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for future content. I'm sure there will be plenty of on this car. And well, see you guys next time. Peace.